Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Tyler McNabb, and this is my 400EX. So, we got the old quad all cleaned up from the last race, and yeah, so the only thing to do now is get the issue fixed with it won't start. So, first thing we did when we got back, me and my dad decided to check the battery to see if maybe it was a dead battery, and the battery is at 10.6 volts, so the battery was in fact dead. At that point though, we didn't know why the battery was dead. We weren't sure if the battery just up and died and was, a bad battery, or if maybe the stator went bad and was not charging the battery during the race, especially since I've got my fan that runs the whole entire race. And so that was one reason I think I figured out. Towards the end of the race, I said it seemed like the temperature gotten a little warmer than it usually was, and I think that was the reason, because the battery was dead, and so the fan therefore was not running, so it was running a little warmer than usual. But anyway, so we decided I put the battery tender on the battery, let it charge for probably maybe 35 hours, somewhere in there. It was over a full day. I left it on there, and we came back, and the battery tender was still showing that it was dead. So we checked the voltage, and it was at like 10.2, so it had actually got lower. And so we figured, must be a bad battery. So because I was going to try to jump it and then test the stator while it was running to see if it was still charging the battery, but I couldn't even jump start it because the battery was so dead. Because we hooked our battery charger up and tried jump starting it, and it still wouldn't even, all it did was just made like that buzzing noise that you get when you have a dead battery with not enough voltage. So today I went ahead and bought a new battery from Rissler's Extreme ATV. The batteries I go with is, I always just go with OEM spec, so the Yuasa, or however you say it, I always just go with those batteries. I know a lot of people go with the fancier lithium ion batteries and that kind of thing, and I've had those on past machines, but these have always done really well for me on the 400, so no reason to change it. So got a new one of those because I know the battery's bad anyway, because it won't charge. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a new battery on this, and then when we get the new battery on, we can start this thing up and make sure the stator is charging. Hopefully it was just a bad battery, because a stator unfortunately is like $270, so not really what I want to be spending my money on right now, but if we have to, we have to. So while I'm in the process of switching out the battery, I did find, I think I routed this wiring harness wrong, because as you can see, there's been some serious rubbing going on right here, and this got really smashed down last race. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo all this stuff back here and route it under the frame, which is where I think it's supposed to go, because then it's not interfering with any of this stuff. So that would prevent this issue, and there's nothing down here that's going to get in the way or anything. So I'm going to jump right in, probably do some time lapsing of switching out the battery, and then we will get this thing back and going and see if we can test the stator. So let's get into it. Okay, so got the new battery swapped in, got the wire harness rerouted. You can see where it was rubbing. It was actually starting to rub the powder coat off that frame. So yeah, definitely not good that I put it there. And I think the main reason it did that is because the plastics were kind of smashed down on it. So yep, got that rerouted, so that should be good now. And then yeah, I think I got all the wires hooked up, so the only thing left to do is try to start this thing and make sure it's gonna run and charge the battery. So probably gonna roll it in the other side, see if we can get it started. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test the battery, see what voltage it's at before I start it, and then once it starts running, make sure that it's actually jumping up and charging. So I'm gonna test it first. So we are at 12.92 volts. So when it starts, when the engine starts, it should be charging about upper 13s, maybe even lower 14s. So we'll see if we can get her started. Well guys, there you have it. The old, I guess that's all it was. It turned out to be a battery that went bad on me, so hopefully that's good. So I guess I didn't test my fan, make sure it's still working. So it's still running, and yeah, so overall got this thing back going, and hopefully we can yeah, get this thing going again, get it all cleaned up, probably do a little bit of riding before the next race. And so honestly, I'm probably gonna close out this clip with a little bit of riding, because yeah, that didn't take long at all, so especially since I didn't have to do a stator swap or anything, just a battery swap. So I'll see you out on the trails real quick.
Myself. Didn't mean to do that.
Okay guys, well, went for a short ride and quad runs good and everything like I thought. Starts good, but unfortunately, for some reason my fan's not working now. So I'm going to have to mess with that. I think, well, I thought it just got really dirty because it sounded a little, it sounded kind of lower RPM than normal. Like it wasn't, just didn't have power, or it sounded like it was kind of getting hung up. So I assumed it was just dirty. And like I sprayed it out a little bit with the hose after I got done riding. I washed the quad off real quick, and I assumed that might do something to it, but unfortunately it's not. So this fan may have crapped out on me. If so, it's not a big deal. You can get them for like 60 bucks on Amazon, so not too expensive, and it'll be here in a couple days. So I'll probably take that off here soon and see what's going on with it. So that may be the next video before the race, is me getting that fan replaced. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for coming and watching. Nothing too exciting in this video, just getting a battery replaced and then a little bit of riding. So yeah, got about a week and a half till round 2 of Extreme XC. So just want to get this thing in a good tip-top shape before we go out there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.